Hey guys, this is Dave, CEO of the Penta Global Blockchain Foundation, coming to you with our latest bi-weekly report. Let me pull it up here and show you. If you guys are interested, I welcome you to check out. Oh, here I have the MLB standings for the NL West. For those of you baseball fans, I'm a Colorado Boy Rockies fan. I'm a little bit sad because the Rockies are falling behind the Dodgers right now, but that's for another time. Here we are. Okay, bi-weekly report September 3rd to September 16th. If you guys want to check this out and read in detail, I invite you to check out our Medium. You can also find this on our website, so www.penta.global. And if you come down to the bottom here, here's all of our social media and posting sites. This will take you directly to the Penta Medium. We post all of our latest information there. We post technical documentation there. We also post our weekly reports. So today's weekly report, bi-weekly report, sorry, is for September 3rd to September 16th. And let's delve right into it and start with the development of the technology. So we're moving along. We are pretty close to releasing some of our wallets. We're going to be starting with the PC wallet, and our progress on that is almost completed. Now, I really want to emphasize that we're making great progress on our DSC consensus. Whoops. Uh-oh. Let me backtrack there. So we're making really good progress. You see, I'm going to take you through exactly the steps I just mentioned. Okay. And we're going to go to the bi-weekly report. And here we are. So we were talking about the DSC consensus process. And right now, we are using an independent P2P broadcast network channel, and the initial test is working. That means that it is going according to plan. The development of the incentive code is in process. That means that we are working on the coding right now that will complete the build out of the PNT incentive structure. So that means that when you participate in consensus as a member of the Penta community, for participating in consensus, you will receive PNT tokens as an incentive payment. That's the main purpose of this kind of utility token, right? Is to bring people together in the community to work as a community on validating the transactions that go through the blockchain. So we're writing the coding for that, and actually it says 30% here, but I checked with our tech team, and it's actually much further along than that. And today what I thought I'd do for the first time is not just tell you about our progress on DSC and on our consensus mechanism, but show it to you. Let me show you a little demo that I prepared. Let me pull this up, and I think it's right here. Okay, so check it out. This is a video. What you're seeing right here is block production. And right now, based on our internal testing, you'll see that our block production is happening about every 5 seconds. So just to put that in perspective for you, EOS is about every 3 seconds, and I think, I don't know, I think Ethereum is maybe around like 12 seconds now. So, let's see. Oh, that's all I have for you. But check out. And then when this pops up on the bottom, in just a moment, you'll see that a new block is created. And if you look closely, you'll see that we're starting to integrate. There you go. Boom. So I think that's really exciting. I mean, I guess it doesn't look like much, but for us, it's pretty cool. So DSC is moving along. You just saw the first and only released live demo of DSC for the Penta blockchain. So like I said, right now we're operating at block production every 5 seconds. Our goal, our stated goal, has always been 3 to 5 seconds. So we are already in that target range. And I remind you that we are on target to release our testnet by the end of the year. That's December 2018. So that's the most exciting stuff that's going along with our technical development. Let's pull this back up. Oops. I mentioned the PC wallet that's coming out. The Penta Blockchain Explorer is 95% complete. We've completed the Java version, and we are testing with the Penta SDKs. Now, in a follow-up to a previous video that I did, a lot of our API documentation is completed, and we will be publishing on GitHub in the near future. So if you are interested in the technical documents, please check out our GitHub and take a look at that as we publish. All right, now let's take a look at the marketing activities. So on September 7th, the development director, Flory Jung of Penta, was invited on behalf of Penta to attend the OECD conference on blockchain policy. This is a really cool opportunity, the Blockchain Policy Forum, which was held in Paris. This is a really cool opportunity for leaders of countries all over the world, in particular European countries, but also Caribbean countries, the US was represented, to come and talk about blockchain from a policy perspective. And Penta was one of the few blockchain projects that was invited to participate. Flory went on this occasion because she speaks French, and had the chance to meet with some leading people who are involved in the policy process. This is the World Bank finance chief with Flory. Here is Flory with the Prime Minister of Serbia. Her name, and I may be pronouncing this incorrectly, so forgive me if I do, but Prime Minister Ana Brnabic. And one of my best friends is actually from Serbia, so I wanted to give a special shout out to Serbia because Serbia is a country that's really focusing on how to integrate blockchain technologies and cryptocurrency through a policy level into Serbia. So this is a very crypto-friendly country, and we actually see a lot of crypto-friendly countries out of the OECD. So Flory's basic takeaway from the event was that there's a lot of positive news coming out of Europe. This is Flory with the Premier of Bermuda. So I mentioned also, I don't think Bermuda is technically in the Caribbean, but that part of the world. So lots of great people attending the event, engaging in a constructive and content-based discussion on how to make people's lives better through policy. And blockchain was the focus. But that was actually the slogan of the conference. I think you could see it here. Better policies for a better life. So that's a great message that I think those of us who believe in the blockchain movement that it resonates with us, that we can agree with. So that was Flory's trip to Europe, and that was very exciting. And Penta is making some very strong relationships with some partners out there. Okay, while Flory was at the OECD conference, I was in Washington, D.C., and just outside of D.C., I was invited to the USA Rice Federation. This is the largest U.S. rice association, industry association in the United States. It represents farmers, growers all over the country in the rice industry. It also represents large companies like Kellogg's and Anheuser-Busch, which are big buyers of rice. I didn't know this, but I found this interesting, that Anheuser-Busch uses rice in the making of a lot of its beer. And some beers actually only use rice instead of barley. So I found that really interesting. They told me that it gives it a lighter flavor. I don't know. But I can see this, now I can see a whole line of gluten-free beers being promoted because they use rice. Anyway, the meeting with USA Rice was about Penta's blockchain rice solution, which we have deployed and is in the real world making a difference in the rice supply chain. So they're interested in finding ways that we can bring our blockchain rice solution to the US rice industry and help to increase efficiency and lower costs related to the supply chain. So the very same day, that was in the morning, the same day, you'll notice also September 6th, I hopped on a train from DC and I went to New York City. And that night we had a rooftop party in Midtown Manhattan. Roy Leo, the co-founder of Penta Labs, was with me. And we had some really awesome discussions. Now what was interesting about the rooftop party in New York was we had a chance to meet our new Penta ambassador in New York, who is a young crypto enthusiast who works for a Wall Street company, and actually her experience is in finance, but she works with a developer team. So she's got both worlds going on for her. She's got the know-how of the tech side, but she also knows about the finance side. And actually, at this event, most of the attendees were people who are from Wall Street financial institutions. And I just want to point out that blockchain, to me, is both technology, it's a technical product, but it's also a financial product. So we have the crypto markets. And so people from Wall Street are very interested, and their take on the crypto markets and the blockchain industry is a little bit different from the take of people in Silicon Valley when we talk to them, who tend to be more focused and interested on the tech side. But both worlds are very important to blockchain. So we had a great meetup there, and we look forward to working with our Penta ambassador to make greater inroads in New York. After that, I went to Seoul, and I've been in Seoul the last few days to attend the Huobi Chain event. So actually, this was the second event hosted by Huobi for developers and engineers. Now, Huobi Chain is a competition, a worldwide competition, where Huobi is inviting blockchain experts from leading projects like Penta to give them advice and to pitch them ideas on how to build the Huobi public chain. So Huobi wants to build a decentralized exchange using public chain technology. And both myself and Penta co-founder Dr. Steve have been honored to be a part of the Huobi Chain program. For the first round, Dr. Steve was ranked second and then third. And then during the second round, we were asked to form teams. So I'm very honored to be a part of a team with Dr. Steve and two other leading blockchain experts, William Zuo of Ginkgo, which is a massive fintech company out of China, really experienced in blockchain and certified by the Chinese government to do blockchain technology, and Mr. Charles Tsai, who is the chief data officer for McDonald's China and Golden Arches. And so he does all kinds of really cool stuff. And actually, we're talking with them about the possibility of working together on a hackathon. Wouldn't that be cool? A Penta McDonald's hackathon. Funny enough, at the end of our presentations, we're pitching ideas about how to build the Huobi public chain. The Huobi hosts asked the audience at the conference to vote in a live voting session on what their favorite presentation was. And if I can do a little plug here, I received the #1 prize for that. So thank you to all the audience members for voting for me. Also, I want to say that I think the reason that they liked my presentation was because I focused on how we can use a high-efficiency, decentralized approach to solving consensus that allows the platform to remain decentralized. So I talked about how we could use the DSC type of consensus model that we're developing at Penta for Huobi. And guess what? People like that message because DSC is a solution that offers decentralization and high performance. And that's not what we're seeing at other blockchain projects. So I think that's what really resonated with people there. We've had a bunch of stuff going on in our Chinese community. So we are focusing on our Korean community, our Chinese community. As you can see, we're also growing in our US community. And to that end, we just started our Penta Instagram. I'm very excited about that because I think that Instagram has been kind of an underused resource in the blockchain world, but it's such an important way to get news out and information, especially to millennials who, and all you millennials out there, you know that blockchain, this is your industry. This is for our generation. I'm towards the very, very beginning part of the millennial generation. So hopefully Instagram will be a way for us to reach out to more millennials like you. And also to our Korean community members, we received some feedback that we should be doing Instagram in Korean. So we're working on getting that set up. And in terms of the Korean market, we are looking very closely at getting listed on some Korean exchanges. So to all of our Korean friends, please stay tuned, pay attention to that space. We are definitely looking at making greater inroads with our Korean community. So that's the basic rundown for this week. I will be going to New York again in the coming days for a panel at the United Nations that focuses on new digital technologies, and blockchain will be one of the technologies that's being discussed. So next time I have a chance to bring you news about Penta and our weekly report, I'll be happy to share with you my thoughts and experiences at the United Nations. For now, I just want to say thanks to all of our Penta community members, to our Penta ambassadors, to everybody who is helping us to grow the Penta network. I'm really excited. The tech is on track. We are planning to release our testnet in December. So here we are at the end of September. We only have a few months before Penta goes live. Please stay tuned. Follow along with all of our latest updates. Check out our social media feeds, our posts on Medium. Check out our new Instagram, and check out my Twitter if you haven't done that before. Thank you guys, everybody, for following along with this bi-weekly report. See you next time.